Hello and welcome to another modelling video. This is Alan from the Mokonaman at YouTube with another model video. Today we'll be looking at a slideshow from the Model Expo at Melbourne during the Queen's Long Weekend, June of this month. I've pretty much covered this event through many years, and the layout as well as everything else has occurred is very similar. Last year was a record number of entries, yet this year was slightly short of that. Regardless, the amounts of work and models to see via all the clubs and competitions were numerous, providing a few hours of walking around, looking and talking, as well as the quality was quite exceptional. There was a lot of great stuff to see as per these pics. The events went for 3 days. The Friday before as well as the Saturday morning conducted mostly setting up of clubs and entering of models. This allowed ample time to people to line up, fill out a sheet, pay a small fee and place their models on the table. That Saturday, the models were judged during the evening and night and rearranged for public display on the Sunday and Monday. Monday afternoon, where the trophies and awards were rewarded. There was a large plethora of trophies for every category and subcategory. As well this year, many prizes, mostly sponsorship from manufacturers, best Bandai kit or mini art, and a giveaway airbrush rig. Around the inner part of the hall was a large maze of tables. Where you have the light blue tablecloths was all the categories and subcategories. The pictures in this video are pretty much the favourites that I really enjoyed and liked. In the link down below is an overview of all the tables I've taken a photo of, and these same photos in a closer high definition look. So you can find that in that album on Facebook. Where the tablecloths can be varied, these would be club displays. Our club, the Mecca Workshop Melbourne, put on our usual table and assortment of models, as well as Gunpla Builders Australia, focusing mostly on Gunpla and the activities that it carries around the place. Also pushed SMS Paints a bit, which is a community brand after all. All the other clubs across Australia and mostly Victoria put on themes or little challenges, such as build only tank hunters or kits from a certain era or machines from a certain colour, that sort of thing. It's also good to see after a few years straight, no controversy or complaints I've heard about or regarding the judging. The models were very close, and I assume the judges worked very hard to decipher some of the harder categories, and there was more homage paid to the models in attention to detail, technique and how complex it looks, opposed to if the shade of colour or it's 100% accurate, where it would be more of a rivet counting perspective. On the Gunpla front, the category was split into two: out of the box, which is just built as is and painted, and the enhanced modified, where it's scratch built, modified, and more of the Gunpla Builders World Cup point of view of going absolutely all out. Quite a few models in both categories. They were split up in different parts of the hall, including the clubs and some around the intermediate section. Lot to see on that front, and if science fiction's also your flavour, lots of that around the exhibition itself. There was also a Hobbyco Bandai sponsorship where a small workshop was run at the very back of the hall. Kids and people could sit down and snap a very basic entry grade model kit. On the outer bit of the hall, surrounding the walls of the tables for the traders, there was a large variety of very niche individuals, such as spec mods selling figures, miniature tools, books, or Animasia doing purely Gunpla, and everyone else encompassing reference material, standard tools, standard kits, and all of the regular bits and pieces you would find very common in a hobby shop. There was also a couple of airbrush specialists, so there was definitely a lot to see there, and individuals focusing on decals and casting. There was a nice display of oil painted artwork depicting aircraft, ships, that sort of thing too. At the very end, near the food court, you had a wargaming display, a large table, and they had a very interesting diorama piece, as well as the card modelers. Not too much from the sailing ship guys. Outside, they had the large RC tanks and whatnot. On the Monday morning, in a separate room, was a large swap and sell. There was probably about 60, 70, 80 tables at an estimate of individuals hawking kits off and the states and whatnot. You would have had a lot less than half retail, all the way down to $5, $10, $20 kits. I traded there with some resellable stuff as well as tools, and did very well. The hall was definitely quite packed out. And that pretty much wraps up in a very basic review Model Expo. Had an absolute lot of fun, a great time. It was fantastic to meet a lot of people again, as well as a few people for the very first time. Much appreciate when you approach me and say hello. Very good to have a bit of a chat. Got to catch up with a lot of modelers I haven't seen for a long time, or across the country. Unfortunately, due to time restraints and other variable issues, I was unable to enter any models in the competition. I did, however, have about 10 or so kits on the club table in a small group, so that was possible to see on the Mecha Workshop table. I also did not really buy anything besides a couple of Dremel bits, so there's not going to be a haul component of this video. Mind you, a lot of the stuff out there was very, very cool. A lot of mix of new kits and some pretty hard to come by in both the trading hall and the swap and sell. Thank you very much for watching. As always, until next time, stay tuned for further content. Have a look at the links down below to the websites, as well as the full gallery from Model Expo. I'll also include the Ghost of Xeon gallery, which has a lot more photos than I've taken. And that's about it. Catch you guys next time. Stay tuned for further content, videos, reviews, and tutorials. See you later.